Hi friends, it's me, Miss Chacon. We're back here learning a new math lesson. Just a reminder, please check your class dojo in the morning and at the night time. And if you have any questions about this math lesson, be sure to either message me directly or comment on the video. Alright, so let's see what we're doing today. Oh, also, one more thing. Be sure to be looking at this every single day. We have our lists of what we're doing each and every day, what we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And every Monday morning, you'll be getting new plans for the week. All right. So today, we are going to be reading and writing numbers 1 through 120. So you know the drill. We're going to get our pens out. And remember to follow along on your pictures that I have sent through Class Dojo. So, what we're supposed to do is there are some numbers that are missing from this chart. Remember, this is our hundreds chart. So there are some numbers missing. We're supposed to find and write the missing numbers. So let's count until we find a missing number, okay? So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's a missing number right here. What comes after 20, my friends? Well, I know that even if I don't know what comes after 20, I know that the tens place is going to stay the same. So look at this. So here, the tens place is a 1. And then when we went to this side to 11, the tens place stayed. So I know that the tens place has a 2. So I'm going to put 2 here. Ooh, let's make that font smaller. Let's go right around here. Okay. Sorry, my friends. Okay. So I know that the tens place is going to be a 2. Now, let's look at the ones place. We know if you look down at our rows, so rows, actually if we look at our columns, sorry. If we look down, let's look at the ones place. So let's look at this. Here's the one place is a 2. If we go down, the ones place is still a 2. If we go down, the ones place, look at this. In our hundreds chart, if we go down, all of the ones places are the same number. If the ones place is a 4, all the way down the ones place is going to be a 4. If the ones place is a 7, all the way down the ones place is a 7. So in this column, the ones place is a 1. So all the way down, the ones place is going to be a 1. And that makes our number 21. 21 was our missing number. Now let's look at this. So let's look for our next missing number. So 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, blah, blah, blah. Oh my goodness, so many numbers. Let's just find it. It's right here. So let's look. If we look this way in our rows, so our rows go this way. So let me show you real quick. Rows go, my pen is not working today. So rows go this way. Let's make it thicker. Rows go this way. Row. And columns, just like this pointer right here, so columns go up and down. So if it's a row, we're looking at the tens place. And if it's a row, we're looking at the tens place if it's going this way. If it's a column, we're looking at the ones place. I'm just going to write a 1 right here. Okay, so we looked this way, so we're going to look at the tens place. Look at the tens place on all of these. 5, 5 tens, 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 and then it goes to 6. Let's see if it does that in the other rows. 4 tens, 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 and then it goes to 5. So it looks like in our hundreds chart, the tens stay the same until the very last number, and then it goes up. So let's see. If all of the tens here are a 5, and our last one is the one that changes, what will the tens place be here? I hope you said 5 tens. So let's change it to here, and let's bring the thickness down. So 5. Now, when we're looking for our ones place, because we still need our ones place, we're going to go up and down. So we are at 5. Let's look at the ones place. Here's a 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Can you guess what the ones place will be? 5. 5 ones. So our missing number is 55. Now let's find our next missing number. And that's right there. So let's look in our tens place. Oh, look at that. We have a tens and a hundreds place. So all of these in the tens place have a 0. So we know we're going to put a 0 right here. And then in the hundreds place, because we have hundreds, look at the third number right here, or the first number. They all have a 1 for 100. Now we're going to go up. We're going to look at the columns. What number do they all have in common? I hope you said 8. Let's see if I can draw a tiny 8. Okay. So remember, if you're looking at the tens or the hundreds place, we're going to look side to side in our rows. If we're looking at the ones place, you're going to go in your columns. So in our tens place, they all have zeros. In our hundreds place, they all have 1. And in our ones place over here, they all have 8. Now let's look at our last one. Let's look in let's switch it up. Let's do our columns first. So this one in the ones place, it all has a 3. So we're going to put 3. And in our tens place, so let's look at our tens place next. All of our numbers in the tens place, the second number, in the tens place have a 1. And finally, let's look at the hundreds place. Are there 100s, 200s, 300s? I hope you said there's 100s. So our answer here is 113. So let's go to the next page. Okay, so it says you can read and write numbers 1 through 120. Sorry about that, my friends. So what we're going to do is we're going to write the missing number. We're going to read the numbers from 101 to 120. So let's find 101. Where is 101? Here it is. And we're going to go count from 101 all the way to 120. Are you ready? Oh, and we're going to color the numbers green. Ready? 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. 111, 112, 113, 114. What's our missing number here? I hope you said 115. Not the best at tracing. Still learning. Okay, so now let's write in our missing numbers. So our first missing number, let's make this a little thicker. Our first missing number, 103 blank, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109. So let's find 103 right here. And let's underline all the way to 109. 103, and our first missing number is after 103. So what will it be? I hope you said 104. And remember, it's 104, not 140, not 401, 104. Because we already know that the hundreds place is going to be the same right here. The tens place is going to be the same, so there's a 0 in all of the tens place. And the ones place is all going to be a 4. So now let's go to the next one. 105, 106, 107, 108. Okay, now let's see. We're going to find 114 all the way to 119. So let's find 114. Here it is. Here's all the way to 119. So 114, 115, 116. What happens next? 117. I love hundreds charts, and I hope you love them too because they're so helpful. All right. Then we have 118, 119. And then, what's our last number right here? Our missing number. 120. That's a big 0. Okay, so now let's switch up the color and do some green. So now we're going to find 97 and end at 103. So we have 97 here. We're going to go past 100, 101, 102, 103. Okay, so here it is. 97. What happens after 97? 98. And if you want to make sure, remember, this is how we check our answers, okay? Let me just finish writing this. This is how we check our answers. Let's look in the tens place. All of the tens are 9, so we know to write in 9. And let's look in the ones place. All of the ones are 8. There are 8 ones in this column. So we know to put 98. And remember, this can be a little confusing, so if you have any questions, be sure to ask, okay? Never be afraid to ask any questions. I know that I can't be there with you in person and I can't help you in person, but you have your family there with you and we're staying safe on our own. But if you ever have any questions, I'm always available to talk to. So be sure to talk to me through Class Dojo or email me. I'll answer right away, I promise. So let's get back to this. We have 99. What's after 99? It is 100. And one of the things I love about our hundreds chart is that this row is really special. This column, sorry. This column is very special because if you look at all of the ones place, what do they all have? I hope you said they all have a 0. And you'd be right, because they all have a 0 in the ones place. So if you ever go to the very, very end right here, you know we're counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So that's if we're counting by tens. Right now we're counting by ones, but it's just a fun little trick that you know now. So we're at 100, and now we're going to go one more. We're going to go to 101. Okay. Now it says write 59 using numbers. So let's find where 59 is. Well, we're looking at 50. 50 is in the tens place. So we're going to go where the 5s are. Sorry guys, my friends can't leave me alone. They keep messaging me. Anyways, so we're going to look for 59. So we're going to look in the tens place first. So in which of these rows does the tens place have a 5? I see a 1 in the tens place. I see a 2. I see a 3. I see a 4. Oh, there's the 5. So we know it's going to be somewhere, let's make it orange. It's going to be somewhere in this row right here because it has to have a 5 in the tens place. Now we're going to be looking for someone that has one of these numbers that has a 9 in the ones place. So, which of these has a 9 in the ones place? Point to it with me. Point to it on your computer or on your phone, whatever you're looking at it on. Point to the number for me. I hope you said 59 right here, because it has a 5 in the tens place and a 9 in the ones place. 59. And here's our math talk. It says, tell how you would read this number right here. How would you read that? Explain how you would write 110 in numbers. So this is the first part. This is the first part that you could talk through with your family. And then I want you to write out 110 in numbers. So you're going to do this one and this one. You can tell your dog, your cat, your goldfish, or you can tell your family. Whoever you want to tell, or you can tell me on Class Dojo. I always want to hear how you're talking your math, okay? Alright, so now here is on my own. I'm going to read it to you, and then after I'm done reading it to you, I want you to pause, do it on your own, and then come back to this video, okay? So for on my own, write the missing numbers, read the numbers. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through and write the missing numbers. So let's find, you're going to go in order, so we're going to go from here to here to here. So I'll do a few with you, okay? So 1, 2, 3. If you don't know that 4 comes after 3, everybody knows 4 comes after 3. But if you didn't know that, what you could have done is you could have said, let's look at the ones place down here. What is in all of the ones place? And you know that it's 4. What about this one? We have 11. Well, if I don't know what comes next, I know that on this row right here, in the tens place, so we look at the tens place, in all of the tens place is a 1. So I'm going to put a 1 in the tens place. And then if I look down here for the ones place, all of the ones place is a 2. So that's what you're going to do, okay, friends? You're going to go, so let me see if I can write here. So you're going to look up and down for 10, T, E, N, for the tens place. And you're going to go side to side for the ones place. So up and down for the 10. Ooh, I got that mixed up, my friend. Sorry about that. So actually, one second. The right way to do it. So you're going up and down for the ones place, and you're going to look side to side to see the tens place, okay? So now we have this number here. This is the last one I'm going to do with you. The last one says, let's look right here for this number. Let's look in the ones place first. We're going to go up and down. What's in the ones place in all of them? 7, okay? And then we're going to go side to side and see what's in the tens place. 1. All of the ones right here have a 1. Okay, so now I'm going to pause this video. With this, you're going to read the numbers and just write in the number. So that's all you're going to do there. Okay, so I'm pause the video for 3 minutes, do all of this on your own, and then come back to me, okay? I'll see you in a few seconds. We are back. Now, I hope you had a good time doing it on your own. So now let's see it together, okay? Let's look at this one. let's look at the ones place first. So in all of this on the ones place, I know that it's a 5 because 5 is in the ones place on all of this column right here. And then let's look side to side for the tens place. And we see that in all of the tens place, there's a 2. There's 2 tens. So my answer is 25. And then for this one, remember how I said this is our special column. So this column, you don't have to look side to side for the tens place. You just look down and you see, oh yeah, 10, 20. What happens after 20? 30. If we are counting by tens, we do 30. Okay. Now, let's look at this one. Let's look at the ones place first. So we're going to go look at this. What is in all of the ones place? I hope you said 3. And then we're going to go to the side. Look at that. All of the ones in the tens place have a 3 too. So the answer is 33. What about this one? If we go up and down, we see that the ones place has 6. If we go side to side, we see the tens place all have 3s. What about this one? Well, if we look at the ones place first, we see all of the ones in the ones place are 1. And if we look at the tens place right here, we see that this has 4 tens. See, so you can always use your number chart to find something different, and you could always once you know these little shortcuts like up and down is the ones place, side to side is the tens place, then you don't always have to go back and say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you don't have to do that. Now what you can do is you can just go up, down, side to side. Okay, let's try this one. We're going to look up and down first, see what's in the ones place. We know it's an 8. And we're going to go side to side and see that in the tens place there is a 4. Our answer is 48. Next is this one. We're going to look in the ones place. It's a 3. We're going to go side to side, see that it's a 5. Our answer is 53. Now we're going to here, going up and down. We're seeing that in the ones place it's a 5. And then we're going to go side to side and see that the tens place is also a 5. One more over here on this row. We're going to go up and down. The ones place has a 9. And then we're going to look side to side. See that the tens place also has a 5. Oh, that's a big 5. All right. Now let's do this one. So we're going to look in the ones place and see that they're all 2s. So we put a 2 in the ones place. And then we're going to look at the tens place. It all has a 6. Over here, let's see. Look in the ones place. It's a 7. Look in the tens place. It's a 6. And it's 67, not 76. The 6 is in the tens place. The 7 is in the ones place. Now we have 60. We're going to go to the next one. And we're going to look in the ones place. Remember, the ones place, not the tens place, the ones place. So the ones place is right here, tens place is right here. So in the ones place, we're going to look. We see that it's a 1. And in the tens place, we see that it's a 7. And there's no more in this row. Let's go to the next row. Let's look up and down again, my friends. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And we see that it's a 4. And then right here, let's look in our row, side to side, and see that the tens place is telling us that there's an 8 here. So we have 84. All right, and remember our special row? So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Thanks for helping, my friends. Okay, 95, and then our next number will be what? Well, we know the ones place is a 6. And our tens place, let's look at all the tens place in this row. They're all saying that I should draw or I should write a 9. Now look at this one. We're going to need what? What is in the ones place on this entire column right here? What's in the ones place? I hope you said an 8. And then what's in the tens place? We already did it. It's a 9. All right. Now let's look in the ones place on this one. And we see that it's a 2. Now look at the tens place here. Look at that. It all has a 0. But look at this. Can I just put 02? Can I leave it there at 02? Is 02 a number? No. We have an extra place. So we have the tens place, the ones place. Now we have the hundreds place. So let's look at the hundreds place and see, what number is in the hundreds place? I hope you're saying, at home, I hope you're saying that it's a 1. 102. Now let's look at this one. And we see, let's look in the ones place. And we're going to see that it's a 5. Now let's look in the tens place. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then there's that one. So we're going to have a 0 here. And then let's look in the hundreds place. 1, 1, 1, and a 1. Okay, now let's do this number. We're going to look in the ones place and see that we need to put an 8. Let's look in the tens place. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So it's going to be a 0. Let's look in the hundreds place. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Now let's go to our next number here. We know that the ones place is saying we should put a 1. Now let's look on this side to see what we should put in the tens place. Let's see. 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So we're going to have a 1 here in the tens place. But I can't just leave it at 11. I have an 11 up here. It's going to, we need to go to the hundreds place now. So now we have our hundreds here. Our hundreds here. 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, look at that. And this number is not 111. This number is called 111. That's a cool number. I like that number. Now, let's see over here. Let's go up and down. See that the ones place is saying we should put a 3. Let's look to the side for our tens place. We're going to put a 1 in the tens place. And now let's look in our hundreds place. 100, 100, 100, 100. So we're going to put 100 here. So 113. We only have 2 more, my friends. Let's look in the ones place. We see it's going to be an 8. Let's look in the tens place, and we know that it's going to be a 1. And let's look in the hundreds place. We know it's going to be a 1. Now, we know all the ones in the ones place here are going to be a 0 because every single one in the ones place has a 0. Okay. Now, let's count by tens to figure out what we're going to put here. Because we know we're not going to put 11919 because that's not a number. So let's try it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Or we add 10. So this way we add 10. Here we go side 119, 120. All right, so write the number 83. So there's an 8 in the tens place. And there's a 3 in the ones place. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the ones place orange so you can see it better. So 83. Okay? So now let's look at the tens place. It says 30. We know it's going to go 3. And then the ones place says it's going to be 7. And then look at this number. This number, so we're going to bring out the green. 100. So we know there's going to be a 1 in the hundreds place. And then says 19. Let's find 19 on our number chart. Look at that. Look at 19. What number is in the tens place? We know it's going to be 1. And what number is in the ones place? We know it's going to be 9. Okay, and then let's look at this number here. We know that 100 is going to be right here. And it says 5. So which one is 105, my friends? Is it this one? Or will 105 look like, ooh, let's erase this. So will 105 look like this? Or will it look like this? Will it be this one or this one? Point to which one you think it is. I hope you said it is this one. Oh, that's a bad circle. It's this one because the tens place is going to be 0 because it said 105, not 150, not 115, 105. So we're going to put a 5 here in the ones place. So there is a 0 in the tens place. Okay? If you have any questions, please remember to just ask, okay? All right, so we're going to go to the next page. All right, so a number was erased. What number is missing? So 111, 112, 113, blank. Okay, so let's look at the ones place. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, we know it's going to be 4. Let's make it a little bigger so that you can see at home. 104. Okay. So we know there's going to be a 4 in the ones place. What about in the tens place? Do any of the numbers in the tens place change? No, they do not. So we know in the tens place there's going to be a, let's see, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There's going to be a 1 in the tens place. Now, this is a special number that it has 100. So we're going to look in the hundreds place. There's a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So our number is 114. Not 104, not 140, 114. Let's read this word problem. Graylin is thinking of a number. It comes before 88, so it's before 88. Let's do blue. It's before 88 and after 86. So we have 86, a blank number, Actually, this is what I'm going to do. Is we're going to write 86 here because it's after 86. We have our blank number here, and then we have a number that's before 88. Okay, 86 blank 88. Well, we know that the ones place is gonna change, right? So 6 blank 8. What happens after 6 in the ones place? 6 blank 8. I hope you're saying 7. Now let's look at the tens place. The tens place is not going to change. So what number is in the tens place? 8. So our number is 87. Okay, so let's read this word problem, okay? Molly read the numbers to the right as 65. So here's 65. Then she read it as 57. And then 85. So Molly read these three numbers as 65, 57, and 85. Tell me why Molly is wrong. Make it right. So, which number is right? Is this number 65? Is this number 57? Is this number 85? So what I want you to do at home is write if Molly is wrong. So we know Molly is wrong. So Molly is wrong because, and then at home, I want you to write why she's wrong. So you can write this on a piece of paper or shout it out to, not shout, don't shout at your parents, but tell your parents why you think this is wrong. Why did Molly read these wrong? She read 65, 57, and 85. Tell me if Molly is wrong or not. We know she's wrong. Molly is wrong. But I want to know why she's wrong. Why did she read it wrong, okay? So that's kind of like your homework for today. Once again, I'm very happy for all of you. I know you're doing so good at home. Be sure to be watching these videos every day. Be sure to go to my YouTube channel right here. Here is Monday's math lesson, Tuesday's math lesson, and then today's math lesson is being posted, okay? So I love you all. I miss you. Stay safe, stay well, and have a great day.